Hey guys, what's going on? I'm the CulchieGamer and I'm joined here by my friend Barkley. Logic, say hello.
Hi guys, how's it going?
He's an old friend of mine. We've done some things in the past. We played some zombies and things, but now we're going to talk about a new game called Borderlands, the pre-sequel. So, Barkley, tell us your history with Borderlands.
My history of Borderlands, at first when I saw Borderlands 2 I didn't really like it because I thought it was a bit cartoony. But you shouldn't really judge a book by its cover. Like, I first tried it, I think it was about like 6 months ago, and I just fell in love with the game. Not 6 months ago, like a year ago, I mean. And I just fell in love with it. Like, it's just amazing. I love the whole RPG, the randomness of the looting and everything. It's just like an amazing game. If you enjoy games like Destiny or games with RPG or looting, you'll definitely enjoy this game, especially like FPS players. It's a great game. Don't judge it just the way it looks. It has great story, great game mechanics, and just don't judge it. Judge the cover.
Yeah, I'd have to say I have a similar experience. When I was just, when the game first came out, I saw the trailers and I thought, this looks like shit. It's, a very cartoony looking game. But once you start playing it and once you get into the story, it's like a book you can't put down. You just want to read it and get further into the story. And basically that's what the pre-sequel hopes to do, isn't it? It's kind of adding on to the story from the first one and showing things that happened before the events of the second one. So let's talk about a few things in this game, like weapons. There's new weapons, laser weapons.
Laser and Frost.
Yeah, what do you think about laser weapons?
Laser looks awesome. I just want to cut through things. I just want to see flesh being cut in, like to see their heads be trimmed off with my laser weapon. I wish that's the thing you could do. Hopefully that is the thing.
And then Frost, you can freeze your enemies and then shatter them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a new element to the game. Before we had slag in Borderlands 2. They got rid of it because, well, slag wasn't discovered on the moon at the time of this game, so it can make sense having Frost since you're like on the moon.
Yeah, it's for continuity, kind of. And I suppose they wanted to add a new element. It's what the fans want.
Yeah, people. Yeah, exactly. People have been asking for a Frost element for a long time.
Alright, so in this game, as always, we have 4 Vault Hunters. Would you like to name them?
The 4 Vault Hunters are Athena the Gatlator, Nisha the... what was her name? Nisha the... Sure. Yeah, the
Lawbringer.
Lawbringer. Wilhelm the
Enforcer.
Is it Wilhelm the Destroyer? The Enforcer and Claptrap. The Claptrap. Well, the non-wee piece of shit. We all love and hate.
Annoying wee bastard. I'm kind of happy that we get to play as him. I've wanted that for a while.
Yeah.
So who are you most looking forward to play as?
Oh, I'll probably start with Nisha. I kind of find her a bit interesting because, like, she was kind of a bitch in the Borderlands 2. So I'm kind of interested how her character kind of built up to be that annoying sheriff bitch from Lynchwood.
Yeah. Well, she's Jack's girlfriend, isn't she?
Yeah.
So something happened there. And I'm interested to see how Wilhelm went from a human to, a robot.
A cyborg. Yeah.
So when you pick up this game, who do you think you're going to play as?
Nisha.
Nisha, yeah. I think I'm going to play as Athena. Like that gladiator.
Yeah, she was in the Borderlands 1. She was part of the German Knox DLC. We only saw her there, and then that was it. Yeah. That was like the last time I ever saw her, and so we'll get... so they kind of brought her back for like a fan... fans were asking for her because they're like really curious what happened to her after that. So that's like you said, it's like it's a fan. It's like what fans been asking for.
Yeah, basically just fixing maybe problems there were where things didn't make sense. Why did Claptrap at the end of the first game become this weird ninja, and then at the start of the second one he's by himself out in the winter? I didn't really understand that. But yeah, just basically telling us more about the story, because everybody wants to play more Borderlands. And I think really the reason they're going with the pre-sequel is because, like you've said before, the third one will probably be like an MMO kind of game, and they need time to work on it.
Yeah, because like an MMO will take a long time. You look at Destiny, that took 5 years. Even though that story is a piece of shit, but it's still a great FPS game just for like grinding and looting. If you're someone that likes that, that's great for you. But if you're like a Borderlands person just into the story, not really for you. But like an MMO would be perfect for that series because at the end of Borderlands 2, you see that they've unlocked the key where it shows like more faults in their solar system, which will probably link into third Borderlands will be an MMO. It'll be like something like in Destiny where there's like planets you go to planets and you just do strikes and stuff like that. I'm thinking they'll probably do the same with Borderlands 3 once that comes out. So the main reason doing pre-sequel is trying to like fix some loose ends people have been asking for, and as well another thing people will be saying, oh, just a huge DLC, but it's not really. It's about the size of the games, but in between Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2, the size of the map. And I say that's a good, perfect size for a game like this. Plus, there is going to be DLC for this game, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, and also the Season Pass includes all DLC. Once you buy the Season Pass,
Exactly.
you have everything.
And so it's such a good price, it's a steal.
Yeah. Alright, so we've talked about characters. Let's talk about mechanics. There's a few new mechanics in this game. And the first one would have to be, fairly obviously zero gravity.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to jump. Because in Borderlands 1 and 2, if you wanted to get somewhere that was far away, you might want to rocket, or maybe not rocket jump, grenade jump. And now it looks like you don't even need to do that anymore.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Like, it brings a new element to the game. Like, brings a new element to the game. It's just like you could since it's zero gravity, you get these wee jetpack oxygen tanks where you could like lift yourself up into air, or neither do what they call it's a butt slam. Yeah. It's kind of like what Mario does, but and basically you butt slam onto the ground and cause like an explosion, fire explosion, corrosive, like whatever like element your oxygen tank has. It's kind of replacing the class mods. But it's kind of interesting to see where this goes. And so the thing with oxygen tanks, they hold the capacity of oxygen. And don't worry, and if your oxygen runs out, don't worry, if your oxygen just runs out, you think you might die, but you just really slowly lose health, and that's all really. And
yeah,
plus,
you have plenty of time to get to some more oxygen.
Mm-hmm. And so there's always like oxygen everywhere. Like, there's like wee gaps in the ground for oxygen, which I can never realize how the fuck is there oxygen on the moon? Like this wee gaps opening on the moon. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, like we've seen, and you're going to see in this gameplay as well, there are these things that you open and they create like an atmosphere around you where you can get oxygen. So yeah, it's not like it's hard to find. I'm sure it's plentiful everywhere. Chests contain it and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not like you have to wait until you're like at the next area to get some.
Yeah, and I'd say for boss fights too, it's lying about the place, you can just grab it.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be just a pure pain in the arse if that wasn't a thing.
Okay, so not only that, but there's also some new mechanics in the form of we've already talked to the lasers and the frost.
And frost.
Yeah.
Well, another new thing they added was they kind of fixed the way how weapon scaling is and damage.
Yeah, it's
in
went from
Borderlands
linear
1,
to...
there was scaling in that.
What's the other word?
Yeah.
Linear to... exponential.
Yeah. That was in Borderlands 2, wasn't it? Where like it was like scaling alright, but then it just like at one point it became one of the most tedious things ever. You cannot like bother playing it anymore.
Yeah, in Borderlands 1 basically the scaling went in a straight line, and in Borderlands 2 went from a curve where everything's fine at first and then it just skyrockets, where basically your shield was nothing by the end.
Exactly. All your shield was just a wee extra like accessory, like the B shield where it makes you do more damage, the sham where you can absorb bullets, and various other kind of shields that just more or less is accessory of them more than like shields you from damage.
Yeah, you didn't feel any safer with a shield.
In Borderlands 1, the scaling in that was perfect. They're gonna feel like they do damage to you and you do damage to them. It's not like you have to do like shoot them like 500 times until they die, and if they shoot you like 3 times you're dead. It's not like that at all. Borderlands, it's like you shoot them 5 times they're dead. They can shoot you like 4 or 5 times and you're dead. It just feels like much more like linear. It's not.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be back to the linear pattern.
Yeah, because like that was perfect, that pattern. I loved that in Borderlands 1, but Borderlands 2, I kind of like felt uncomfortable the way they kind of done it.
Yeah, so, I mean, some weapons, there's only a certain few weapons you can use by OP8, where you should be able to use basically all of them.
And as well, slag was a necessary thing to have. You didn't have slag, you're literally like
Yeah, you had no
going to get
chance.
owned. So like, it's a really happy. Plus, shake-up weapons will be useful because I think once you hit 60, like they just were like used as piece of shit. As well as sword rifles, they'll be better. No other fierce weapons like they'll like are like useless will be decent now. Like if you pick up like in Borderlands 2, you pick up a weapon like if you're like at level 38, and then like 2 levels later it'd be useless. But if you're like level 38 in Borderlands pre-sequel, it will last you for like up to like 43 or 44. So it's like way better scaling. You can keep a weapon for like a long period of sessions in the game, so it's a lot better, and it makes it much more easier and more comfortable for the player.
So when are you going to be playing this game on your channel?
You'll be seeing content most likely this Friday.
This
Because
Friday.
if you're from the US, of course, if you're in the US, you see this, wondering what the fuck, like, why don't you have content already? Well, I feel like any you lucky US people, you already have the game by this period of time, but everyone internationally don't. They all get in Friday. So we have to just wait until Friday to be able to have our hands on that game.
Yeah,
So
and you'll be
have
playing full
fun,
PC,
US.
1080p, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
On
Who
those
play on
consoles.
console? If you play on console, I feel sorry for you. I kind of feel like you're either stupid or you're just really unfortunate, like on your setup.
And that's the reason why I won't be playing it for a long while. So if you want to watch content, I definitely advise going over to Barclay's channel. He'll definitely have it, but I won't have it until maybe early November. And by that point, then we'll be playing co-op and stuff, having fun.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be great fun. Us to just like doing raids and stuff like that.
Yeah. So if
I
you want to
think that
subscribe to his channel, go down in the description. That's where you can find it. And drop this video a like. Any last words, Barclay?
uh, thanks for watching. If you like it, dislike it. If you enjoy both of our content, subscribe to us and see more content like this Borderlands pre-sequel. And see you guys in the next one.
All right. See you. Bye.